For only the third time since 1903, the Tour de France will contain a cobbled stage, taking in some of the iconic sections of the pavé from the queen of the classics race, Paris-Roubaix. inCycle recently went to the Garmin Sharp recce before Paris-Roubaix as the team tested their bikes and skills on the cobbles, not just for the Hell of the North, but also stage 5 of the Tour, a treacherous test on some of the roughest terrain on the Pro Tour calendar.
I think it's just the fact it's so different. It's something that we're not accustomed to, you know. I mean, the fact that pros are pretty good in most conditions is because we do so much for it, whereas cobblestones and pavé, for the majority out there, it's something either they've never done or they've done once a year. So it's just that kind of unknown factor, and it's hard on equipment, it's hard on your body, it's different handling, it's different pedaling styles, it's all about positioning. So yeah, there's a lot of additional things that we don't have to deal with normally.
A veteran within the peloton, David Miller's insight may well prove to be invaluable for the team later this season. However, to conquer the cobbles is not just a question of rider preparation and ability. A veteran of 18 Paris-Roubaix and 19 tours, head mechanic Jeff Brown has 2 decades' experience as a wrench in the pro peloton.
Because we have been doing this for a while, you know, there's a routine that we go through. Technically, there's no real complicated things we have to deal with. It's just like we just have to prepare special wheels with special tires. We have special frames, that sort of thing. So it's just like, in reality, it's just like building any bike that we do throughout the year, but it's just specific equipment for the Paris-Roubaix stage and the Paris-Roubaix race.
While Paris-Roubaix attracts specialists, Stage 5 of the Tour will see veterans of the cobbles ride shoulder to shoulder with GC contenders with little experience.
I mean, I think it's going to be chaos. I mean, let's face it, if it was just a normal tour stage on narrow roads, it would be chaos in that situation. The fact it's got, I think it's 15 kilometres of cobblestones, and you add the unknown factor that maybe it rains. If it rains, then you're talking total chaos. As it is, I think it's going to be pretty mad.
To cater for the extreme test of durability, Cervelo, who supplied Garmin Sharp's bikes, have created the R3, a bike designed specifically for the cobbles.
The actual frames that we're going to use are a bit old school looking. We're going to use mechanical shifting, not electronic shifting that we normally use. We have steel bottle cages, so you know, we're not using our regular carbon bottle cages. Yeah, we're a bit retro, I suppose, but it works for us.
21 stages in 23 days are daunting enough, but throw in a new bike and a cobbled stage and the GC riders' nerves will be evident.
Our classification riders, for the N classification, have never ridden Paris-Roubaix. So they're going to have to adapt to that bicycle for one day. And that will be, it's not a challenge for the mechanics really, other than setting the position according to you know, other people's recommendations. But it's a challenge for that rider, you know, in himself to adapt to that bike.
Comfort, geometry and luck are factors in making it through the cobbles unscathed. Gel under the bars and wider tyres will also help to dampen the bone-shaking vibrations. The Tour won't be won in Arenberg, but it certainly could be lost.
The equipment's a massive factor. I mean, especially in modern cycling where bikes are designed for lightness and stiffness, you compromise all the comfort and also, you know, security. You need a strong bike and a bike that's got a certain amount of flex, longer wheelbase and more clearance, because if it rains and it's muddy, you need more clearance for the tyres because you use wider tyres. So yeah, I think it's almost a necessity. If you want to, you know, it doesn't matter how many recons you do or how much you prepare for it, if you haven't got the right bike for it, then it's kind of all a waste.